There are countless stories of twins who swear they felt the exact moment their twin got hurt, even from hundreds of miles away. It sounds almost impossible to explain scientifically until you actually take a closer look at what's really going on between twins. Twin telepathy is one of the most talked about, most debated psychological claims in the world, and honestly, one of the most controversial. Some twins are absolutely convinced it's real. Some scientists dismiss it completely, and most of us are stuck somewhere in between. So today, we're going to look at what's actually happening, and the real answer turns out to be genuinely fascinating on its own. There are 3 real, well-documented psychological explanations behind this phenomenon, and none of them require anything mystical at all. The first is about how similar twins actually are, biologically and environmentally, in ways most people never fully consider. The second is about an incredibly powerful kind of empathy. And the third? It's about how memory quietly plays tricks on all of us. Let's start with reason number 1. Identical twins share something almost nobody else on Earth shares: nearly identical genetics. That means their bodies often respond to stress, pain, and illness in remarkably similar biological ways, right down to hormone levels. But it goes even further than genetics alone. Most twins also grow up in an extremely similar environment, day after day. Same house, same meals, same daily schedule, same stressful events, often experienced side by side for their entire childhood. When 2 people share that much biology and that much environment, their bodies can genuinely sync up in surprising ways. For example, identical twins often show strikingly similar stress hormone patterns when exposed to similar situations, even separately. Some studies have even found that twins can show similar changes in heart rate or blood pressure under comparable stress. So if one twin gets hurt or upset, it's entirely possible the other twin's body reacts to a similar trigger around the same time. Not because of any invisible connection, but because 2 genetically similar bodies are simply responding to comparable circumstances. Twins also frequently share routines well into adulthood, similar sleep schedules, similar habits, sometimes even similar life events. That means the odds of both twins experiencing some kind of stress or discomfort around the same time are already higher than random chance. Add in nearly identical genetics on top of that, and their bodies may end up expressing that stress in strikingly matching ways. This is sometimes called the shared environment effect in twin research, and scientists who study twins take it extremely seriously. It's a major reason twin studies are so valuable to science in the first place. Twins are naturally, biologically similar. So when a twin says, "I just knew something was wrong," biology alone might already explain a surprising amount of that feeling. Their body may have picked up on a similar internal signal, simply because their bodies are built and living so much alike. This doesn't require any kind of telepathic connection at all, just 2 very similar biological systems running in parallel. And this effect isn't just theoretical, either. Researchers have carefully documented it in real twin studies for decades now. Of course, biology alone doesn't explain every single dramatic story of twins sensing each other's pain from far away. For stories like that, we need to look at something else entirely: an extraordinarily powerful form of empathy. Reason number 2 is something psychologists call heightened empathy, and twins tend to develop an unusually strong version of it. Most twins spend an enormous amount of time together, starting from literally before birth, sharing the exact same environment in the womb. That closeness usually continues for years, sometimes decades, with twins learning every tiny detail of how the other person behaves. Over that much shared time, twins often become incredibly skilled at reading each other's subtle emotional and physical cues. A slightly different tone of voice, a small shift in posture, a barely noticeable change in mood. Twins tend to catch it instantly. Psychologists call this heightened emotional attunement, and it isn't unique to twins, but twins often develop it to an extreme degree. This means a twin might genuinely sense that something feels off with their sibling, without consciously knowing exactly why. It's not mind reading. It's an incredibly refined pattern recognition skill, built from thousands and thousands of hours of close observation. Even small details, like how a twin normally walks, sounds, or holds their phone, can carry subtle information most people would miss. If something changes even slightly, an attuned twin might notice immediately, even without realizing what specific cue tipped them off. This kind of deep familiarity can create a very real sense of knowing something before it's ever explicitly said out loud. Add modern technology into the mix, and this kind of connection becomes even easier to explain in most everyday situations. A slightly delayed text reply, a change in someone's usual online activity, a different tone in a short message. Twins pick up on these instantly. None of that requires anything supernatural. It's simply the result of knowing someone extremely well for a very long time. Some psychologists describe this as an emotional shorthand that develops between people who've spent enormous amounts of time together. Long-term couples, best friends, and parents and children sometimes develop a milder version of this exact same kind of attunement. Twins simply tend to have more shared history, more shared time, and often more shared biology than almost anyone else, which means their version of this empathetic shorthand can become extraordinarily sharp, sometimes feeling almost eerie from the outside. But even this powerful kind of empathy still isn't quite the whole story behind the most dramatic telepathy claims out there. There's one more piece, and it has less to do with twins and more to do with how memory actually works. Reason number 3 isn't really about twins at all. It's about a well-known quirk in how human memory naturally operates. It's called confirmation bias, and it affects absolutely everyone, not just twins, in nearly every area of life. Confirmation bias means we tend to remember and pay far more attention to moments that confirm what we already believe. And we tend to quietly forget, or barely register, all the moments that don't confirm it at all. Now imagine a twin who already believes, even a little, that they share a special connection with their sibling. The one time they suddenly feel anxious, and it turns out their twin was in a car accident that same day, sticks vividly in memory. That moment feels significant, emotional, and genuinely impossible to ignore, so it gets told and retold as powerful, convincing evidence. But what about all the countless other times they felt anxious, and absolutely nothing happened to their twin at all? Those moments are boring, forgettable, and don't fit the exciting story, so they simply fade from memory almost immediately. Over months and years, only the striking hits get remembered and repeated, while the countless ordinary misses quietly disappear. This creates a powerful illusion. A small handful of real coincidences starts to feel like consistent, undeniable proof of a pattern. This exact same memory bias is why people believe in things like premonitions, lucky charms, or thinking of someone right before they call. Our brains are remarkably good at spotting patterns, but remarkably bad at accurately tracking how often those patterns actually fail to appear. Twins aren't doing anything unusual here. They're simply human, experiencing the exact same memory bias as literally everyone else does. Combine that memory bias with genuinely shared biology and a genuinely powerful, real form of empathy, and the illusion becomes very convincing. It's not that twins are imagining their connection. Their bond is completely real. It's the telepathy explanation specifically that isn't necessary. 3 completely ordinary, well-documented psychological effects, quietly stacking together, can fully explain even the most dramatic-sounding twin stories out there. And honestly, that explanation might actually be more impressive than telepathy. Real biology, real empathy, and a very human mind, all working together. No invisible signal required. Just 2 people who happen to be remarkably similar, remarkably close, and remarkably attuned to one another. So here's what's actually happening every time a twin swears they somehow felt their sibling's pain from far away. Their nearly identical biology and shared upbringing may already put their 2 bodies on a surprisingly similar physical wavelength. Their years of extraordinarily close bonding may let them pick up on subtle cues most people would never even notice. And their own memory quietly highlights the few dramatic hits, while conveniently forgetting the countless ordinary misses along the way. Put those 3 things together, and you get something that genuinely feels like telepathy, without ever needing to actually be telepathy. So the next time you hear an amazing story about twin telepathy, you don't have to believe it or completely dismiss it either. You can appreciate it for what it actually is, a beautiful example of just how deeply connected 2 people can genuinely become. If this helped explain one of psychology's most debated mysteries, there's more like it coming soon. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.